Where I started. In June of 2017, I embarked on a quest. I had a preconceived idea what this journey would entail. I honestly didn't think the next 18 months would be very enjoyable. Total boredom and meaningless assignments were in my future, or so I thought. My previous educational experience shaped my expectations. I was a product of an industrial-age education system that told me exactly what to do and how to do it. Much to my delight, this program was totally different than what I expected. As learners, we were given choice as to how to show what we had learned. This made assignments feel like our own and allowed us to use our voices. The assignments were authentic. I soon discovered this was called the COVA method. By using the COVA method of instruction, significant learning environments were the norm. I learned to let myself go, be myself, and that it was okay to fail. The entire DLL program is based on the COVA and CSL idea. I began to embrace the COVA and CSL environment. Now I look back at my own teaching career and realize how so many improvements could have been made on my own instructional style. The growth mindset was one of the first concepts that was introduced in the DLL program. What a game changer the growth mindset approach can have over your entire outlook on life. The growth mindset has taught me not to give up, even when faced with failure. The word yet is tiny, but packs a huge meaning. Through this DLL program, I often caught myself thinking that I couldn't understand a concept yet. Who was involved? So many people were involved in my journey. Obviously, my course instructors were key components of my learning. However, I quickly began to depend upon my classmates for meaningful discussions. Classmates also became friends that I could bounce ideas off of without fear of ridicule. My entire personal learning network grew with leaps and bounds as I discovered how valuable others really are. Even people that were not like me became important parts of my PLN. My colleagues and students unknowingly became involved in my quest. My desire to improve learning for all at the school where I taught fueled my innovation plan. I must not forget how involved the people that wrote articles or created videos were during my DLL adventure. Highs and lows of my learning process. There were many highs and lows throughout my learning process. Some of the greatest moments were when I was able to make connections between all my classes. I loved it when the light bulb turned on and I realized how everything was intertwined. Assembling presentations was another high point for me. I discovered that I really like creating videos. Viewing the finished product created by me felt amazing. My love for video even inspired me to submit an article to Tech Edge magazine. That may be the one single accomplishment that I am most proud of. Being a published author was never anything I had thought about. Because of the DLL program, I can now add the word author to my resume. Of course, I experienced lows. Not as many as I thought, though. Probably the lowest of the lows during my learning process was writing literature reviews. To be honest, I really didn't enjoy any of those. Although I did learn a lot from them, they were the examples of the tedious work I was afraid of. The fact I didn't view myself as a very good writer just solidified my dislike of literature reviews. I do understand their necessity and why we needed to write them. I did feel a sense of accomplishment when I completed each one, and I'm pretty good at APA now. Another low is the partial failure of my innovation plan. However, since I now embraced a growth mindset, I am not giving up on my plan. My plan may need some revision or a complete overhaul, but I still have a plan. How I felt. Many different emotions were present throughout my DLL journey. As I said before, I fully expected to be bored. I thought I would need to force myself to complete readings and assignments. Every article, video, and book was perfectly suited to enhance my learning during the DLL program. The assignments were meaningful. Many of them I actually used in my classroom. Happily, I was never bored throughout the program. I remember my first Adobe Connect meeting. It put me at ease. The grad school jitters soon disappeared. The phrase Dr. T said many times was trust the process. I learned to do just that. I discovered a new level of excitement. There were many times when I felt overwhelmed, especially when the whirlwind of life and my teaching career had to take priority. I always seemed to make it work, though. It seems like yesterday I was writing down the steps for launching Adobe Connect. Today, I am launching change. What have I created? I have created a teaching style that emphasizes COVA and CSL. My PLN has grown to be a source I constantly rely on. I wrote an article for Tech Edge magazine, and it was published. I have created an e-portfolio, presentations, an online course, a professional learning plan, and so much more. My fellow teachers more than ever turn to me for advice. I've always been a confident person, but now I can truly back up that confidence. What have I accomplished? I believe I have accomplished all of the DLL program course goals. I have always been good with technology, but the DLL program showed me how technology should be used only to enhance learning. Too often, technology is used in a classroom as an add-on. I have learned to seamlessly integrate technology. My focus is on the learning, not the technology. I have learned how to be a leader and to influence others to embrace a learner-centered classroom environment. What worked? The Master of Education, Digital Learning and Leading program worked. Everything about this program worked for me. The assignments, the presentations, the readings, just everything. It's almost as if the DLL program was created just for me. I'm certain every student that completes the program could say the same. That is what makes the DLL program so unique. Each individual can make it their own. That's called a significant learning environment. I was responsible for my own learning. I got out what I put in. Before you now is a lifelong learner ready to take on the world. What could I do better? Knowing what I know now, I probably would have chosen a different innovation plan. Not because I don't think my plan wasn't worthy, but because there were too many variables that were dependent on others' decisions. I still believe 100% in my innovation plan, and I still will strive daily to make it a reality. Contributing more to discussions is probably something I could have done better also. I read nearly every discussion post written by classmates, but don't respond to as many as I should. Collaboration is key to this program, and I should have embraced it even deeper. Lessons I have learned. You truly can teach an old dog new tricks. I am the old dog, the DLL is the new trick. Although the DLL program is far from a trick, it is a solid program that offers so much to its students. One of the greatest takeaways from this program is what a significant learning environment looks like for teachers. When teaching students, I learned early on that to connect with kids, they needed to work on something that was important to them. The projects needed to be ongoing and supported. Why I never thought the same for teachers, I don't know. Where am I now? Career-wise, I am basically at the same place I was when I started this DLL program. That is not a deterrent for me. As a person, I have grown as a learner and leader. I have personal goals, and now I'm equipped with the tools to achieve those goals. What's next? I honestly can't say what's next. I know I want to share my experiences, be a leader, a positive role model, a change agent, and so much more. There are so many ideas, dreams, and visions I have developed throughout this quest. The sky, well, actually the moon, is the limit.